what, kudos to you for taking that leap and saying, I have to change my life. I have to, be number one. So that's really what the key is. Can you go out and stop eating out 2 or 3 times a week?
At first I started for me. It was like, what can I do to make money? But then it became like, okay, now I have to, like, I've made the money and now I need to help all these people. There's so many people out there who,
what the fuck is up, YouTube? I'm Emily and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. I'm Emily. Sorry for I'm not even sorry, very vulgar entrance to the video, but feels good to just be sitting here about to talk about the things that I like to talk about, and I just had to come in with the balls swinging. So today we are covering some anti-MLM Monat content, and from what y'all have told me in comments and messages, there's a lot of Monat drama going around, so I wanted to implement some of that into my channel today and talk about it. I haven't done too much of a deep dive on what that initially all is, but I had found something that I really wanted to talk about. It is very manipulative, emotionally abusive, and you can see right through it. And given this was just posted 24 hours ago, so very, very new, I can almost guarantee you not a whole lot of you have seen this, so I wanted to bring this to light. It is pretty disgusting and I really wanted to dissect it and go into it. But before we do that, I want to touch on my last video. I did not expect the kickback that I got from that, but like kickback in the best way possible. The response that I got from that video, incredible. I feel so loved. I feel so supported. And y'all's comments on that video just means so much to me, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being there for me. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being a friend. I appreciate that also greatly, and that's all I want to say on that because that's not what this video is about. But I really wanted to go out of my way to say thank you. And one last thing before I get into the video, still can't find my camera charger. I ripped and destroyed my apartment to find this camera charger. Cannot find it. So I'm having to order another one on Amazon, and that's gonna take a couple days, obviously. So camera on the phone it is, which not my preferred choice, but I really wanted to get a video out, so we're just gonna make do. I would also love for you guys to follow me over on Twitter, Instagram. It's all Emily J. Fine over on those platforms. The messages I've been receiving lately and just the love and support on all the platforms, great. I love it. I've been following a lot of you guys back and talking to you, and I love that connection that I have with you guys. It's been, the situation obviously not great, but I enjoy the connection that I'm making with you guys. And if any of you live in the Nashville, Franklin, Murfreesboro area, Middle Tennessee, let's grab a drink sometime, hit me up. I'm always down for that. So go ahead and follow me and send me a message. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get right on into the video.
hello, good morning. All right, I'm bringing on my friend Tony. She is the first market partner to ever join Monat almost 8 years ago, like 7.5 years ago. She is a 3-time best-selling author. She is a $10 million earner with Monat in commissions. And she was just published in Forbes magazine, which is really, really incredible. So I'm going to bring her on and I'm going to get her to speak about her journey. It's really, really cool to hear all about where she came from and where she's going. So let her hop on here. Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you look so beautiful, and I just came from the chiropractor.
Oh, beautiful too. It looks sunny.
Yeah, I was all jacked up. I was like, I gotta go get fixed.
Feels good.
Awesome. Right. I'm so glad to be here.
Yes, thank you for hopping on. I'm so excited for everybody just to hear about like your journey and where you came from, and it's so neat just hearing everybody's different stories of where they kind of first started and now where it's gotten them to. So that's where I want to just kind of ask you, like, what made you first sign up with Monat? What was it that, have you ever done network marketing before, or tell us?
Well, yeah, I have. I've been in this industry for, I'm going to date myself. It's probably longer than you've been alive. I've been in this industry for 25 years, actually. I started, was with a company for 8 years in the personal care product space. Then I launched and closed a really cool handbag company, did really well in it. Just the owners got really greedy. And that was Party Plan. It was non-consumable. So that was different from what I had learned from before. But I love being around people and I love having fun. So it was really good for us for about the first 4 years. And then, you know, the owners, like I said, they got greedy. And so now, you know, then I started with another startup in a jewelry company that actually closed as well. So I was a 2-time loser. You know, and the personal care products company I walked away from because they changed their formulations and I couldn't use their product anymore.
I just want y'all to know that she had been doing this up to this point for 25 years. 25 years of scamming people, being manipulative, has gone through multiple MLMs just for them not to work out. Puts that much time and effort into something so sleazy and schemy and gross just to manipulate people to build your way up to the top. 25 years, that's insane to me.
So I could not, if you don't have passion for the products, then you can't really be a part of being in a network marketing company without having passion for it. It would be like me being in Monat when we first started and I was using like Aveda or Redken or something like that. You have to be a walking billboard for what you are selling. That is the biggest part of it. And so, number one, you got to have passion for the product. So I was really intrigued because I was already playing in the clean beauty space for a long time. Actually, my whole family has been green and clean for over 20 years. Like, we chucked the dairy, we chucked the gluten, and it was all a part of my journey. So the problem was in hair care and in skincare, the true thing is that, and I'm sorry, I was distracted. Stuart was texting me as we were on the call here, asking me some questions, and so I was like, okay, what does he want? But anyways, for those of you that don't know, Stuart McMillan is our president. He's amazing, and I love mentoring with him, and that's what this company is all about. It's about the people. But the one great thing is that I just wanted to say is that, you know, I had been playing in this space. I had been using clean hair products for a really, really long time. And so when I was still living in Chicago, in my hairdresser, I go in, I had been using Monat already for 6 weeks, and I go in and she's like, and this is when I had a real short haircut. I was wearing kind of like longer bangs onto one side because I was hiding all the age spots on my forehead, right? Because I love the sun. I mean, I'm an outdoors girl. Don't catch me. You won't catch me camping though. It's more like glamping, right? So, I was you know, really conscientious. I was trying to find natural solutions for my skin as well. And so that's how I would wear my bangs. It was short, but longer in the bang. And so I go in to get my hair cut, and Margalizada, she's like, Tony, what are you using? And I was terrified. And she said, and I said, well, I have this new hair care line that I've been using for the last 6 weeks. She's like, I need to have this right now. What is it called? How can I get it? And that really was my first journey because I had really had a bad taste in my mouth. You know, Monat came to me back in July of 2014, and I was like, I'm like, do I dare do something else? What if? And it was in my head, what if it failed? What if?
I also just want to point out and mention how fabricated are some of these startup new beginning stories with Monat. Going into a hair salon and their stylist wondering what they're using because they just have to have it. I know there are stylists that back Monat, which is insane to me. I don't understand how or why if you do your research and look into everything that is Monat, not even, you know, the business side of it, because multi-level marketing is disgusting and manipulative, all the things, but also all of the lawsuits and cases against them. Are people not really doing their research on all of this? Because I truly don't understand how you could ethically have a company or brand's back that works like this and is making people's hair fall out, etc.
What if, you know, what if I had another bad experience? What if?
Mm-hmm.
And the great thing is that, as soon as I hit that submit button, I cried. My husband said, "Why the hell are we going to sell shampoo?" And, we didn't even have product to try yet. And then we got the volume shampoo and conditioner and the Rejuvenate oil in an unmarked box with like these purple squiggly things. You know how you open those and they get all over the place?
Yeah.
And that was our first shampoo aha moment. It was like, oh, it was like the hair gods. They were singing down from the mountains to us. And so that was our first experience, and we signed up August 15th of 2014, and we have not looked back. And so now we get to be here with amazing women like you, helping everybody, do anything from anywhere. I mean, Ash, I go live from my car. I go live from the beach. I go live when we travel. I'm coaching, teaching, training. I'm meeting new people to bring in the business, both online, face-to-face. It's business you can do from anywhere, and that's what I love about it. And it's called leverage, because anybody can do this if they're hungry enough. So I'll shut up now.
So anybody can manipulate the fuck out of anybody if they are hungry enough, is what she was saying, which is so messed up to, want to tear down anybody and everything around you just to make your way to the top.
Oh, that's what I love so much about it too, because I think my family thought I was crazy at first when I didn't want to go back to dental hygiene, but it's just like, it's that freedom. Once you're home, like with my kids for so long, that it's like, I don't want to go back and work for somebody else. And plus I'm capped out, and I am such a hard worker. I worked since I was 13. It was like, when I finally got to be a stay-at-home mom, I was like, I miss just like having some creativity or something to do. And it's like, I was capped out as dental hygiene, right? And it's like this, it's like, I know I'm a hard worker, so I'll get paid off my hard work, which I really love.
Right. So like you have two children, you said. How old are they?
2 and 4.
So they're little. Oh my gosh, think about every single milestone that you're going to be able to see, and you're never going to have to miss anything having a full-time job. And don't get me wrong, there are people that love to work, they love their jobs, and that's wonderful. But now you get to do what you want. You get to design your life.
You know what's really messed up about that is, I know that there are some of you watching this right now that have younger kids that have to go to work to support your family, and for somebody to say something like that and make you feel bad because you may now feel like you're missing out on your child's milestones in life because you have to go to work and be away from your kid, your family for a little bit to support them and make an income, she just probably made you feel like shit for it. And that is grade A manipulation. That is disgusting, messed up. Not everybody has that luxury to do that, nor does anybody have that desire to join an MLM and have it maybe work out. I think only 1 in 10 or 2 in 10 people have this kind of success with it, which is very slim to none to begin with. This is somebody that's been scheming people for 7 to 8 years now. Like she said, went through so many multi-level marketing companies to finally get here after 25 years. Do you know what you can do in 25 years that's not scheming people to get your way to the top? You could actually make and build your own business. You can get a PhD, you can become a doctor, you can become a lawyer, you can do whatever the hell you want with your life in 25 years and make however much or little money that you want and be happy. You can still be happy. And this whole like rant that she's going on gives me the ick.
And do what you want to do on your terms, and that is what is so great. God, it just gets me all pumped up, and here I am 8 years later, and I'm more excited now than I ever have been.
Yeah.
But you know what? Kudos to you for taking that leap and saying, I have to change my life. I have to, be, number one, you have to be the woman or man that you want to be regardless. But if you're not really propelling that self-love, that self-worth, that self-belief, you can't pour into others. And you're setting such a good example for your children. Mm-hmm. So kudos to you, sis, because if I had even just a little bit of what you have right now at your age, you are so wise beyond your years, it's not even funny. Oh man, it's incredible. So congratulations to you.
Thank you.
This woman is seriously just like gaslighting everybody at this point. I honestly can't believe the rant or spiel that she just went on to make everybody that is not a part of Monat to feel like they are the dirt of the world. They are the dirt, they are the soil in this fucking earth, because who feels good after that? At that point, like, if somebody is not fully educated and is listening to that, they're questioning everything they are doing with their life up to this point. Why am I not in multi-level marketing, let alone why am I not in Monat? What am I doing? Because clearly all of the answers and everything that needs to happen in life and etc. needs to be with Monat. And the craziest thing about all of this, I get that they're trying to sell something, but I feel as if somebody who is not trying to gaslight, manipulate, emotional and mental abuse you into thinking Monat is great, this and that, I feel like it is also okay for somebody to say, I understand if this is not for you and not your passion, not something you want to do, etc. I rarely ever hear that come out of these people's mouths. Just the compassion or the understanding of it might not be a fit for you. Hot take maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I just feel like I'm like, the more I'm in this, I'm just like, I just think network marketing is the best job in the entire world. And especially for like young moms like me too, that it's just like, you can be home with your kids, you can travel, you can do what you want, you can show them. And like the best part is like, I'm doing all this personal development and, you know, I'm becoming a better person. So my kids, like, I'm so patient with my kids, and I feel like I'm just so, you know, and it teaches them to be gentle and kind, and just like we're helping and we're baking cards for people, and it teaches them to be, you know, good people also. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, 100%. And you can't, I mean, this business does not have any discrimination. You can't discriminate based on age, based on background, based on ethnicity. It's all a level playing field. I mean, you know, we have some of the top income earners that came from nothing. I mean, you know, when you look at, you know, Julie Stevens, who's, you know, so it goes Ann Fisher, Julie Stevens, she came to this business, and you guys, she didn't even graduate high school. You think about the incredible stories that people and lives, that these beautiful lives that we've been able to build, and what I call living your life by design. But each person's definition, and the more people that watch this and you know, that people share this, is that success is defined differently for each individual person. And that's the most important thing, is that your definition of success and anybody else here watching and myself is completely different. Mm-hmm. We just started out wanting to add an extra $300 to $500 a month to alleviate the financial pressure off my husband. He was a civil engineer building roads and bridges up in Chicago, and it's when the feds took away all of their funding, his per diems got cut, his income was cut in half. I didn't have an income coming in because I was in between a lot of things, and I was looking at taking a full-time job for the first time. And, you know, after being, you guys, I own my brick and mortars. You know, early on in my late teens, early 20s, I was running, you know, massive, you know, busy restaurants and restaurant chains, and, you know, and I loved it, but I was unemployable. And so when Monat, and I really think that this was a God wink, Monat found me at the time that I was at the lowest point in my life. Our home was ready to go into foreclosure. We had filed bankruptcy already a couple of years ago. Our credit cards were maxed out. Even though we had filed bankruptcy, we still had credit card debt, student loans. I mean, you name it. It was, for lack of a better word, it was a shit show. My life at the age of 45. So no matter, I don't care. And if you guys, if you are younger or the same age that I am, or you're older than me right now, start today. Make a decision to change your life, because you're the only one that can do it.
Have we not talked about in previous videos about how these people prey on you at the lowest points in your life to get you sucked in, because you feel like that is all there is left? That is literally what she just said. She was at the lowest point in her life. Monat was a call from God. all of the weird things that they say, right? When they have this realization that Monat was just meant to be in their life. I don't know why or how, but it's the same thing over and over and over again. And it's so repetitive. It makes me want to rip my hair out. But you do it when you're at the lowest point in your life and when you feel like you have nothing left to live for. That is master manipulation to the max.
So anyways, I went on my soapbox. Sorry. Back to you.
No, I love that. That's, yeah, the passion. I love the passion. No, but what would you say to somebody, like, I feel like I come across so many people who are like, I love to do it, but I just don't have the money. It's like, I feel like that's so common. It's like everybody that, you know, that's doing these, we don't start it because we have the money. It's because we want to change, you know, the things around us.
100%. So that's the biggest objection, money or time, right? But if you don't change what you're doing today and you're still doing the same thing over and over again, how do you expect to make a difference tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. So when people come to me, there's always a way to get the minimum $200 to invest in this business. And I always say, what can we cut out of? How many times do you go get a coffee, right? You can make a better organic cup of coffee for about 40 cents, right? Than versus going to spend $5 at your local coffee shop, right? How bad do you really want the change? So that's really what the key is. Can you go out and stop eating out 2 or 3 times a week? Make your lunch, make your dinner. That is a huge expense. So I actually did a really cool program, and I copied this after the guy's name is Andy Frisella. And if you don't know who he is, check out the hashtag 75hard. So what I did is I took that and I network marketed, I monetized it, right? And so I did a 75-day program, 10 weeks. And I told people, I want you to track your savings on all the times you go out to eat, because you're only allowed to go out once a week. Do you know on average people save $225 to $350 a month by only going out once a week to eat? Okay, y'all, where there's a will, there's a way. So don't give me that money excuse. Doesn't exist.
No, I know. You can.
Not only are they telling you now that the way you are living your life, you're not home enough with your kids, there's so much better that you could be doing for your family, all the bullshit. Now they're telling you you are only limited to going out to eat once a week if you want to be able to afford to start Monat and maybe have it succeed. Probably not, because it's slim to none. Just does not sound controlling to anybody else. Like, this is disgusting. They're literally telling you how much you can or can't go out to eat if you want to be able to afford to start digging this hole in this money pit of investing into your business, Monat. Like, ew, who is falling for this?
You can always find it. When you want it bad enough, you will find a way. Always.
100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and then the whole time thing. Okay, you know what? I'm going to tell you, it's not an egg timer for social media. It's a time suck. Okay. Everybody has time. If you can invest an hour a day, 2 to 3 days a week, you will not recognize your financial future. Now, with that being said, we cannot make product or income claims. Go to Monat Global, search that out. We have all of those disclaimers in there. But I'm going to tell you what, if you do the income producing activities, okay, 4 simple steps that you have to do, and then you just lather, rinse, repeat those, you will not recognize what your financial future looks like, even in 30 days from now. You know what, Ash? Give us 30 days, right? I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Guarantee it. So let me ask you, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
When did you make that financial difference when you knew that this was the game changer? How long did it take you?
I joined March 2020, 2 weeks before the pandemic hit, and then March, April, May, June, July, August, 5 months. It took me 5 months before I could hire a lawyer, and me and my kids were just on our own.
I mean, think about that. And you were shut down, so you probably only did emergencies being a hygienist, right?
No, I quit my dental hygiene career like 2 years before having my kids even. So
oh my gosh.
Yeah. I was just
Gotcha.
I had no income coming in, $0 in my bank account. I didn't have my own like money or anything. So it was like, I started from zero and just started building my savings account.
I'm not gonna say that somebody's a terrible mom or is not being a good mom or whatever, because I truly don't know anybody's situation. But to have two kids that, I'm gonna say, just generally speaking here, I'm not gonna like sit and target her, but if you have two kids that you need to support and you are sitting around with $0 in your bank account, not making much of an effort to change that until a couple years later, I know everybody's situation's different. That's a very touchy topic. I've never had kids. I don't know what that's like, but that's hard for me to wrap my head around. But anyway, I'm not gonna go into a deep dive on that just because that's a whole different topic and that's something I cannot relate to, but on the outside looking in, I don't know. I feel like there's probably more she could have done than this. But the fact that it took somebody 2 years of doing nothing and then something like Monat comes around and they all of a sudden feel like it's God's gift to the earth and it's changed them for life. What the fuck?
But as soon as I saw that and so quickly, because I was being like an influencer and I would do the like to know it swipe ups and, you know, collaborations here and there, but like to know it, like you're getting paid $2, $3, like such little money. And that's why I always think if you guys are in the wrong game, like network marketing compared to influencer, it's just it's so different. The residual income, now I get it, where it's like work, you get paid, you stop working, you don't get paid. This, it's like you're building something that you can pass down to your kids even, and the money keeps on coming. And that's where I had to educate myself more and more about, you know, everything. Then it became like, wow, this is amazing.
Well, let me add this too. So, residual income or legacy money. All right. So you build this today. And so Jay, and for those of you that don't know me, Jay's my husband. We worked the business together. We did not in the beginning. He stayed home for the first 2 years and he did play Mr. Mom. So anyways, the great thing is that, so when we started this gig, you know, it'll be 8 years now in July. I still have the very first email I sent in, is that we did not know what we didn't know. And like I said, when I replaced his income, you know, we started really working it, signed up August of 2014, really went to work probably September 9th or 10th of 2014, because I still was gun shy. I replaced and exceeded his income as an engineer, making 4 times the amount he was, and I made him quit his job in April of 2015. He was actually costing us money. So, because I was having to hire sitters and I wanted to travel more, to go out and build our teams and to go out and show people what was possible. And this really, social media wasn't a thing. Instagram wasn't around and Facebook definitely didn't have the traction it had right now. It was really based on face-to-face. And so, you know, I went up to Minnesota where I got my first amazing leader, SED, Mandy Schweers, and then, you know, then Ann Fisher, and then, you know, Melissa Swaney and I and Roxy Henley, RIP Roxy, one of my dearest friends, and now her husband runs her business, Aaron, and his daughter, Brittany Cleveland. We just started this all at this grassroots movement, and it was just me and like 4 other people. And now we look at this incredible legacy that we've built, and Jay and I don't have to work another day in our life. But you know why we still do? Because we still have people to help. We still have people to save, and we could walk away and our paycheck would either stay the same or it would keep going.
Yeah.
Up. So first of all, I made him quit his job. Gross. That's disgusting. Second of all, we still have people to save. That sounds very culty. Ew, we have people to save. It's a damn MLM. God, the whole thing around it is just gross. And most importantly, the point that I would like to make with this whole little segment. She said it wouldn't matter if they quit or not, or quit working or not, their check would still be the same. And a lot of these new MLM huns that are starting out like to make the point that they don't make that much from the people below them. They still have to work and do their part and yada, yada, yada. It's not a pyramid scheme. Yes, the fuck it is. She just said it was. She said it wouldn't matter if she or her and her husband quit working or not, they would still make the same paycheck either way because they are up at the tippy motherfucking top. They're all the way up here. There are all these people down here. It is a pyramid.
Yeah, that's how I feel even starting, because it was like, at first I started for me. It was like, what can I do to make money? But then it became like, okay, now I have to, like, I've made the money and now I need to help all these people. There's so many people out there who, even I just like think moms, they're at home and they're just, you know, I know that feeling when you first have a baby and you're lonely and you just kind of miss the interaction, and it's like, it's a good way to just find yourself again. And if you don't try, you won't know.
Yes, exactly. And so, you know, the one thing is that I know that there are going to be so many people that we're going to be able to help in our future, and we have a huge goal. Could I share that with you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So you know, we made our first $10 million, that's earned income, not in team sales, in 6 years. So if we double time that, if we do the next 10 in 3 years, we'll be able to help twice as many people in a shorter amount of time. And that's all I want to do. Our goal is to do that by December 31st of 2025. It's a huge goal. Mm-hmm. But if I don't go for it, and if I don't ask for people that are a part of our organization, a part of all of Monat, because, you know, just because people are not a part of our team, our MoFam, we're still in this together. Like, I mentor so much with the Kimbros, the Ross, and the Mises. They're on a separate team, but we're still family.
Yeah.
In this together, working this together, it makes us stronger. It makes us better. It makes us, I mean, the sky, you guys, the sky is the limit. There's so many things that we can do. So many.
See, I can't even help but to fucking laugh at this point. There's so many people we can save, so many lives we can change. It's damn shampoo. Why does this sound like a cult meeting? Like, why is this even a thing? It's insane to me, this manipulation that they use and surround it by, it's a community, it's more than just shampoo, etc. No, it's not. It's everybody just trying to fill their pockets at the end of the day, and that's just a bunch of filler bullshit to get you wrapped up in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to know from the people watching this, and Ashley, I'm going to ask you a question again. What is your bag goal? What is your big, hairy, audacious goal? Put it in the comments. I want to know what that big goal is for you. So Ashley, what's your big thing that you want to do from this?
Well, I think when I first started, I was dreaming pretty like small, but you know, I just never really believed in myself. Like, I never thought, I was like, I wasn't very smart in school and I didn't think I could make very much money. And I was like, oh, like this is a good job. But now I'm like, no, like I can do this. I'm really good at this. Like, I want to be financially just independent and not have to rely on anybody else and just be able to take care of my kids and I, if, you know, I'm a single parent now and I want to give them the world, even though I'm still by myself. And I want to make it to the top of the company now. And I want to help as many people as I can. And that's my big goal. I'm not stopping till I get to SED.
Okay. So then you need to write a date on it. Yes. You need to get really goal specific, write a date on it. And so, you know what, after this call, let's have a quick chat and I can help you map it out, because I think you can do it in a very short amount of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Cindy says she put her fifth child through law school. That's awesome.
Aww.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it just, there's no glass ceiling. And so I dreamt small when I first met Senior Louise, and he's the one who really planted that seed. You know, and so, you know, it was just, I wanted just to get it caught up on our house payment. That was it. And he told me, Tony, you're not dreaming big enough. You're not dreaming big enough. What is it that you want?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I believe it now. Now I just want to help all these women that I work with every day. It's like, yeah, just helping them find their why and like what drives you. What's your big, what's scary? Let's get some small goals. Let's get some big goals and let's go for it.
Yes, 100%.
Yes.
So anything else?
No, thank you so much for coming on. And are you going to be in Vegas next month?
I am.
So, wow, yeah, clearly since I've been gone and taken some time and space away from the MLM and anti-MLM community, it has not changed, nor has it gotten any better. If anything, I think it may have just gotten worse. So, that was a lot to come back swinging in with, especially the whole just emotional and manipulation side of it. It's really disturbing that this is what it's come to. And I'm almost positive, 99% to 100% positive, there are much worse out there than this. And it's scary, and I'm sure I'll come across it and do a video on it, but it's not okay. And I'm just glad we're all bringing light and awareness to it. And the fact that they just kept saying, we need to help people, we need to help people, we need to show them this, that, ew, gross, no, like, that is so controlling, and just to only fill your own pockets. Oh boy, but that's gonna do it for today, guys. I hope y'all really enjoyed, and I want to hear your thoughts and everything down below. As per usual, I will be replying back to you guys in the comments. Yeah, that is going to do it for today. Like I said, go ahead and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Emily J. Fine. Love to follow y'all back and talk to you on there about whatever, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye.